This will be a short video on what you may or may not know about your BMW X3, X5, X7. In this short video, I'm going to go over some heads-up display items, how to adjust it, how to set it, how to change some things. I've got the rags on there just to help reflect the heads-up display and make it a little bit easier for you to see on the camera. To get into the menu, basically I'm going to hit the menu button down here. I'm going to push up on the stick. If you go across to displays, and again, you can use these bars up here. I'm going to actually use the control down here so my fingers aren't in the way, so you're not having to look at my fingers all the time. I'm going to click on displays. The heads-up display is like the first thing that pops up in here, so I'm going to click on it. And you'll notice it says height, brightness. So if you click on height on the top here, I'm not sure again how well this is going to show up because I'm trying to get an angle on here. I can actually see it pretty good from my, in my eyeballs, but I'm not sure if this camera's going to pick it up or not. You can see it going up and down there. So basically I'm just turning the height up and down. That's how you can adjust it while you're driving down the road. Depending on how short you are, how tall you are. You want to set this to where you can actually see it. You get up too far, you can't see the full display. So you want to get your seat adjusted properly first and then set that to where you want it. Now, the thing with the heads-up display is it is set to your key fob. So if you have two key fobs, like husband and wife, whatever, when you both are in the vehicle, depending on whose key fob or whose name pops up on here, you're going to store this to that name. So I can set mine one way, my wife can set it one way, and then we're both not having to readjust this thing every time we're in here. So basically, I'm taller, she's shorter, so my heads-up display needs to be down lower, hers needs to be up higher. So I'm going to set that to the middle. I can go up here to the brightness if it's not bright enough. Again, not sure how well this is showing up on the camera. It's hard to show something on glass, but basically you can adjust your brightness how bright you want it, depending on your traffic. Now we drive at the beach, so we got sun in our face all the time, so I'm gonna set my brightness up pretty high. And then the rotation, again, I'm not sure why you would need to rotate this, but you can actually rotate the, I don't know if, it's not a really good way to say it, but if you drive with your head tilted left or right, or maybe you have some neck problems, back problems, and you lean, you could actually adjust the rotation so this sets up normal for you. Once you get it where you want it, you click on it. Again, navigation, this will show your navigation on your heads-up display. If you don't want your heads-up display showing you when you put in a destination on your map, like it'll come up and tell you left turn coming up, right turn coming up. It displays it down here, but it'll also put it on your heads-up display. To me, if you're driving in a busy area, or if you don't know where you're going, you're on vacation or something, that's really nice to have this navigation on so you can actually see what you're doing. Same with the driver's assistance. The speed limit information is nice because if you're speeding, or if you go over the speed limit, it'll actually come up and turn red, so you'll know you're speeding. So it'll show you 55 miles an hour and you're going 60 miles an hour. Same thing with the route warnings. They pop up on here. So if you click on route warnings, they pop up on the heads-up display. Accident ahead, anything like that. Same with the information in the list. So basically, if you want to go to the heads-up display, it'll pop up on top. If you want to the instrument panel, you pick down here. Sport display, same thing, shows up there. You can reduce the height. So basically, the height of it, the higher the unit is, you'll see in the little picture there. Basically, you'll lose information. So if you do the full screen display, when you do your navigation stuff like that, you'll be able to see a little bit better. If you're not going to use the navigation stuff, though, you can drop it down. If you're just using it for the speed, you may not need that big screen in front of you there. And I think that's it for the heads-up display unit. So if you get back out, press the menu, and you're back to where you were. And again, this is going to save it to whatever key fob you're on. So if you look under your car, I'm set to my vehicle right now, so driver profiles, whichever driver you're on, that's what it sets it for. So let's say if I wanted to fix my wife's, I could click on her name, and then it's going to change my seat and everything else. So her seat's way up, and I can't even sit in the car with it up there, but I could actually fix hers at the same time as mine. So basically, my profile is set to this, and when I get back in the vehicle next time with my key fob, it's going to remember my seat settings, my heads-up display settings, my radio settings, everything for me.